Forza Horizon has always been the type of game I had very little to complain about, if anything at all. The original Forza Horizon was great, Forza Horizon 2 was even better except for the awful off-road physics, Forza Horizon 3 came along and fixed it and ended up being one of the games I most played online ever. That said, my expectations for Forza Horizon 4 naturally were sky high, and for the most part I loved the single player and free roam in the game. However, the online component in this game has got to be the worst one I've ever played, and that's not even exaggerating to make a point. It looks like Playground Games made sure to cross off every single item on the how to make the worst online experience in a racing game list. Before I get into the actual topic of the video, let me back out a little bit and talk about the Drivatar system. The Drivatars was a system Playground Games used in Forza Horizon 3 to make the AI cars believable by learning driving patterns from other players in the community. So if you raced against an AI car that was based on a fairly aggressive player, you have an aggressive AI car in your races as well. And for the most part, the system worked great in Forza Horizon 3, but it's completely broken in Forza Horizon 4. The AI now behaves exactly the same regardless of which car you're racing against. Pull alongside an AI car and I can almost guarantee it's going to try to push you off the track. At this point, you might be wondering, what does this have to do with the online component, right? Well, the problem I see with this, and I'm aware I may be reading too much into it, is that it teaches people it's fine to pull this sort of crap against real players. People see the AI racing dirty and they simply replicate this behavior online. One of my biggest issues with the online in this game is that every single race in the online is team-based. That's probably the worst aspect of Forza Horizon 4. People don't know and they don't give a damn about being part of a team. At this point, I've done over 100 races online, and over 90% of these races were filled with people constantly trying to push me off the track, including people in my own team. People want to finish first despite the clear emphasis on teams. It's especially frustrating when all the game offers you to do is team-based racing. For God's sake, bring back actual PvP in online lobbies rather than having it available in free roam only, just like we used to have in Forza Horizon 3. Second issue, and this one gets me angry every single time. Wall riding is an issue in Forza Horizon 3 that's never been addressed. I'd assumed that with the release of Forza Horizon 4, Playground Games would do something about it, and oh boy, was I wrong. While in Forza Horizon 3 this seemed to be an exploit people would take advantage of once every, 10 races, in Forza Horizon 4 every single freaking race has one or two people wall riding the entire race, every single corner. And when you think hairpins and sharp turns would be enough to stop people from doing that, you see a moron flying sideways against the wall at full speed and just keep on going, even if you happen to be between their car and the wall. And the saddest part about that is that sometimes it's actually faster doing this than actually braking. Why on earth would they release a freaking new Forza Horizon game and instead of addressing the issue as a priority, they made it even worse? Gosh, if that's how the game's supposed to work, then what's the point of braking? Don't even get me started on Free Roam Rush. What a freaking stupid idea that I refuse to call racing. Racing to me involves taking the most out of your car, hitting your braking points, turning in at the right time and maximizing your speed as you come out of the corners. Take all of these elements, trash them, and you have Free Roam Rush. It's a mode that again teaches people it's fine to cut the crap out of the corners since you have absolutely no checkpoints, and it only serves to reassure people it's fine to screw people up in the process as you're pretty much taking any route you want, however you want. I'm not saying that this mode should go away though, but it doesn't belong in the racing playlists. Maybe move it over to the Playground Games playlist and replace it by, you know what? Actual freaking PvP races like the ones we had in Forza Horizon 3. For God's sake, it shouldn't be complicated. Ranked races. Where do I begin? Take every negative aspect of the online I just mentioned and just extrapolate it by 10 times. Again, it's entirely a team-based mode. That's the first red flag. If you're spending nearly 20 minutes racing and you find yourself losing races and dropping ranks like crazy because you were placed on a team made by morons who try to push their own teammates off the track, you better think this whole team idea over again. There's no team, absolutely no team. It's a free-for-all under the guise of teamwork. No one cares about their team. The way I see it, ranked race should be judged at an individual level. Rammed people at full speed, you and only you lose points. Try to push people off the track, lose points again. This could work as a way to reward people for racing clean and giving other racers space. The way it works right now, the game actually rewards you for screwing people up just for the sake of making your team win at any cost. Another thing, why the hell does it sometimes take nearly 30 minutes to find a ranked match in this game? It's surprisingly curious to see how long it takes when you take into account the game supposedly has over 2 million people playing it. Why not drop the requirement to have 12 players accept the match in order to have a match at all instead of just starting the playlist with however many players opted to get in? And why not match you up against people in the same league rank as you? It doesn't matter to me if the races only have 4 people in it, but there should be some sort of skill level matching to avoid having to deal with people messing you up. To be honest, I'd be happy if they just did away with the unranked matches, even if they managed to fix the ranked matches at some point. That's still the first mode to die out in a couple years, I guarantee you. If you want to have team-based racing in your game, have it in a separate mode, just like the Playground Games playlist. This way, only people willing to take part in the carnage will play this playlist, while the rest of us who care about actually racing in a goddamn racing game will join the PvP playlist. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I have played the game for over 80 hours so far, and there's just so many things wrong with this game at every single level that I could spend hours complaining about it. Don't take me wrong though, I love this game despite this long rant, but it sucks having to accept that this is the very first Forza Horizon game I have so many things to complain about. I was planning on bringing lots of Forza Horizon 4 videos to the channel, but I refuse to do so in a game where I can call what you do in it racing. It's incredibly difficult to get a racing out of the races in the game, which is ironic. Anyways, what do you think of the online mode? Are you having fun, or is it just a source of frustration for you as well? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm really curious to know what you guys think about the online component in Forza Horizon 4. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more Forza Horizon 4 content, hopefully if they fix the game. Share the video with your friends, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.